What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Sales Remastered. My name is Daniel. I'm your host, and I hope you just love that intro. Like, that intro just rings in your ear, and it's always, the first thing that you hear in the morning. I'd love to join you on your ride to work. I hear a lot of my audience, or see a lot of the audience, direct message and notes under the videos, talk about how they listen to me on their way into work. And I genuinely hope that the content learned throughout that journey or in your commute to work helps you and prepares you for the day. I hope that the content that I've left here has taken away some of the grind to help you increase your sales. I hope that you're getting acknowledged for the time that you're putting in to study your craft. There's nothing that I praise more than a hustler who wants to learn to be better than the way they were the day before. And I know that's you because you're watching right now. If this is your first time listening to Sales Remastered, there's a red button right below this video that says subscribe. After you hit it, there's going to be a bell that pops up. You might even be on Facebook, and of course you know where that like is. It looks like the thumb up and it says like this page. Do me a solid and hit one of those buttons, whatever platform you're on, or do it on both. If I've earned your admiration, if I earn your credit, and it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. So my question to you in this episode is, are you stuck in a rut? Like, are you kind of spinning your wheels trying to figure out what went wrong? Like over the last couple months, like, you might have went on a good run, but as of late, it just seems like you're kind of off guard, right? Like, you're off your track. And if that sounds like something you're going through right now, it may not even be your fault. It might just be a few of the things that I covered in today's video that hopefully you can at least acknowledge and then make the necessary adjustments so that it's not a roadblock to you, and it'll get the fuck out the way so you can go make that paper pimping. So this is the information I'm going to share with you today. I had a meeting with a couple of my agents yesterday, and of course, just like any other leader out there that's watching this video, if you lead a team and you lead a sales team, it's not only a balance of leading by example, meaning that not too many sales managers actually produce with their team, and it blows my mind. It's almost as if their compensation is justified and well enough just riding off their team. But see, I operate in a different way. Like, I have to sell. I just need to. It's the only way that I feel comfortable. It's weird, right? Like, I've grown so comfortable being outside my comfort zone that I look forward to the challenges. As a matter of fact, I'm just a natural problem solver. And that's what we all are in sales. And I want you to adopt that mentality and that way of thinking. Be a problem solver. And there's a few adjustments that I made along my way, especially at times where I hit a slump, typically around the holiday time of year, or typically around the time where I took maybe a month off or a couple weeks off, came back, and you just got to get warmed up again. You got to get back into that motion. And so I'm going to share with you the reasons why most agents actually fall into a rut. And if any of these explanations stand out, then it's probably what you're going through. And the last thing I want you to do is beat yourself up because of certain things that are happening subliminally, meaning it's happening without your knowledge of it. And number one, a lot of it has to do with just our own illusions. You might hear me say in other content that fear is an illusion. And what I'm referring to that is, a lot of times we fear things because we put it out there in the universe as to be a grind, as to be a time waster, right? And the reason why this pops back up and it stands in our way time and time and time again is because we're only referencing our experiences with past files, past results, past processors, past prospects, past loan types, past last names, past counties, past states, there's just so much, right, that we bring it with us into our new meeting, into our next venture. And what happens is, unless we learn a creative way to forget everything, and this is going to take some time, you know what I mean? It really does take some time, because sometimes you forget that you need to forget everything. Sounds weird, right? But it's true. It really does ring true. And so, for example, I tried my best to ensure that my team resets every single day. I remind them every single morning that today, we all rewind back to zero. So whatever you did yesterday, all the home runs you made yesterday is not going to win today's game. So I'm letting them know that every single day is a fresh start. And if you're not adopting that mentality, or you're not looking at your new day like that, Try it. So I invite you to do this every single day, starting from here on out, starting this morning. You look at it as a brand new start. You're not bringing in luggage from the drama you had before. You're not concerned about the lower value you got from that one file yesterday. You're not bringing with you the baggage of having 5 consecutive days of not making a sale. That's what happens, is it snowballs, right? You start holding yourself to this standard, regardless if you were a top producer or, if you were not a top producer, regardless, you have this expectation, you have this quota, you have this commitment that's ingrained in your head, and you even put it out there. You voiced it out there. You told your manager and say, hey bro, I'm good for this number. This is what I'm going to hit. And the problem is though, that when we put it out there, sometimes we don't necessarily have a plan. What we do use as reference is all the past experiences that we've had. And so we might be coming off a month where, we may have hit 10, right? And so you're just like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll hit 10. And there has to be more thought into that. There has to be more, not only thought, but also strategized efforts and a plan to execute and hit that goal. And so why sometimes we hit this rut is because at the very beginning of the month, right, when you're setting out your commitments and you're like, all right, what the fuck am I going to do this month? You put a number out, and depending on what number you choose and how you choose it is going to determine the amount of velocity and momentum that you hit every single day. And if it's not, then what you're doing is you're kind of waiting for it to happen. Like you got that amusement park fever, right? The amusement park fever, meaning all you're doing is waiting. You're waiting in line. You're waiting for the entertainment to begin. You're waiting for, things to happen and be brought to you, right? And then after it's brought to you, after you experience the ride, after you wait a fucking hour to go get that 2-second ride, you then give your input. And that's the amusement fever, amusement park fever. It's like all you're doing is just waiting in line. You're just waiting. And I reference that because, when we set a goal, we can't wait for it to happen. We literally have to make it happen, execute that fucking plan. And so here's the thing. So if you, let's say, for example, if you committed for 10, you have to literally double that. You have to aim for higher than that. And so if I aim for 10 units, like that was my solid goal, in my mind, I'm aiming for 20. Right? Because I know that if I hit more than above 10, then I beat my mark. More importantly, I know that I can break down 20 into every single day. So each and every single action has to result with 1 towards my 20. And so, for example, there's 20 work days. So I'm gonna break it down every single day and say, hey, I need to make sure I make a sale today. And if I don't make a sale that day, then the next day I know I need to make 2. If I don't make another sale, then the next day I need to find 3. If I don't make another sale and it's fucking Thursday and I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm like 3 behind, then I know I need to adjust my strategy. So maybe at that point, I'm the one asking for people who's assigned for the weekend, who has a weekend slot. I'm hustling them. I'm asking them, hey, bro, let me go ahead and handle this weekend for you. They got that good game coming on this weekend. You don't want to miss that, right? Or like, hey, man, I got your weekend. Or I'm hitting up the group and I'm saying, hey, or I'm hitting my manager. I'm saying, hey, who's assigned this weekend? I'm picking Sunday versus Saturday because Sunday probably is the most active spot. But moral of the story, and my point is that you have to take action. You can't just wait around. You can't just wait in line hoping that the amusement ride is going to be fun. Like you have to literally go out and make certain actions every single day in order to hit that goal. And so now compare it to the current strategy, the current traditional method, where if you aim for 10 and it's like the fucking, like we'll use now, for example, it's the 9th or 10th of the month and you're not necessarily even close to being on track for 10 for the month, you come to a crossroad. It's like a line in the sand. It's almost like okay, well, fuck, I only got like 2 weeks. It's a short month. We got a holiday weekend in this month. And then starts creeping in the justification as to why you're not hitting that goal. You start justifying the reasons as to why you're not going to hit 10, and it's only the fucking 10th of the month. What happens is you start feeding yourself and selling yourself as to why it's not likely you're going to hit that goal, rather than hitting every single day and saying, hey, I just need to fucking find 1. You see, when you go into the 10th of the month and you're like, fuck, I need 9 more, it's kind of hard to digest. It seems so far away. It's not, and you're telling yourself in a different mindset, in a different mind state. You don't have the pressure of your manager looking down at you. You're not on this KPI spreadsheet, Excel format, chart that shows you where you were at and what you did last month, what you did the quarter from before. And so now it's just you pimping. It's just you saying, hey, this is how much I got to get. This is where I got to go. And this is what I got to do to get my goal. And you have to get comfortable with that. You got to be able, no one's gonna buy your fucking ticket. No one's gonna, accept your excuse. No one's going to be worried if you didn't hit your quota, right? The only people are gonna be your manager, of course, because you have to hit a certain quota. You have to fucking earn your right to have your seat, and so that's a given. But where I'm getting at is when everything settles down, when the storm settles down, when the month is over and the month is done, who's the one who really pays the price? It's us. It's our family. It's our kids. It's our bills. It's our savings account. It's our quality of life. And that needs to be the exact reason as to why you need to hit that goal. Not you want to hit that goal. You need to change the words of like, I would like to hit fucking 10 units to I'm a fucking hit 10 units. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I need to do to hit my 10 units. And this is my plan. And if you go into the month at the first of the fucking month and you say, hey, this is my plan, I'm gonna execute this fucking plan. If I slip up any of these weeks, then I already know I have a solution, and it's to come into a weekend to pick up data, right? And so here's the thing is that now that you've picked up that train of thought, the only adjustment you'll need to do is be prepared to take action, right? Like it's real easy to point blame. It's real easy to find a scapegoat. It's even real easy to say you're gonna hit some obnoxious high number, right? Everyone thinks you're cool for a hot fucking second until the mid-month comes and everyone notices you got a fraction of that motherfucking commitment. Then you're like, damn, bro, were you drunk? Did you have some liquor courage when you fucking gave that commitment? Hey, bro, have you done this before? Do you know that commitment means commitment and shit? Like, that's something that you could likely hit or at least push yourself towards hitting. But what happens is around the 10th of the month, 11th of the month, 15th of the month, halfway through the fucking month, you notice that you're at a fraction of your committed goal. And then again, it starts creeping back in like, oh, well, I guess I can't hit. It's because it's a short month, or it's because there's a holiday weekend, or it's because I get stuck in traffic, or it's because this is on, or it's because it's the season finale of Ozark, or it's because there's always all this other bullshit excuse that the only crowd, the only pocket of people that's not fucking buying into that excuse and just happens to be the fucking people hitting their fucking mark are those individuals who understand the process. They understand the fucking game, and they practice and they do what they need to do to ensure that they win on a daily motherfucking level. They're not just winning mentally at the time of giving your commitment. They're not just fucking brave when they drink liquor. They're not just fucking cocky and obnoxious and confident because they had a good month, last year, whatever the fuck. They know because they have a solid, sound plan. They have gone through the experience before. They've executed their plan, and they're ready to put in the motherfucking work. And I hope that you are too. So consider doing that, because if you're stuck in a rut right now, a lot of the times it's just these small ass adjustments. You want to know another big adjustment that you can really implement into your day and use to help increase your FICO, help increase your income, help increase your morale, your energy, that confidence that becomes contagious, and then your team starts being drawn towards you and like, man, this motherfucker has all the answers. You want to know how to get there? Great. Watch the next video. This next video that's going to be airing, it's going to be up today. Today is Thursday. I believe it's like the 9th or the 10th or some shit. But, I want you to absorb the content. Look at the notes below. Look at the links below. I have a lot of resources for you. If you haven't checked out the playlist, if you haven't looked at the sales script, if you haven't checked out my other channels, then do so today. But if you need reference, like, because some of you are sales managers, right? And you just can't be using this type of profanity. You can't use the fuck word. And so I invite you to but you want to speak to them. You want them to have a reference. So I invite you to let your team know about this channel. Let them know. I know it's a little bit different. Don't look at me as stepping on your toes, Playboy. I'm only helping you get a pay raise. You know what I mean? Like put me in front of your people who are struggling right now. If they're having issues on pulling credit, I got a video for that. If they're having issues on selling higher rate and fees, I got a video for that. If they're having issues on completing a 1003, guess what? Yep, I got a video for that. Go check it out right now. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.